This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my thumb with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give it on a bone. This old man.
Well, hello everybody. This is Goldfinger for the Goldfinger Minute. Today I have my friend Lowell back in the house. Hello, Lowell.
Hello, I'm glad to be here.
And Lowell's going to give some updates from the previous video we did, maybe 2 months ago or so.
Yeah.
And go ahead and start up. What's new? You got several things new on the list, so let's start.
Well, I have a lot of friends in Dumaguete. That's really what I like about Dumaguete. And I've got so many friends I can't even remember their names. In America, I had about 20 names to remember at any given time, and I got hundreds. So.
I have the same problem. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. People say, I walk to a guy and I go, hi, I'm Goldfinger. He says, I just rented a bike from you yesterday. You don't remember me?
And
I don't.
And I like to camp and go fishing in America and go metal detecting on the beaches for jewelry and stuff. And I have so many. That's all exciting, but what I don't have in America is all the friends that I have here.
That's pretty cool, though.
And so that's what I would be giving up, to go back and buy a camper and just travel around America and do these hobby things I like, which I really like, but I don't have the friends in America that I've gotten.
And they're nicer. They're nicer guys.
There's a lot of nice guys
here, and that's what I love about Dumaguete.
And life is, inexpensive here. Yep. It's easy here.
It's very easy.
Don't have all my hobbies, but I have so many friends. That's what I would be giving up. That's the hard thing.
There's some things they don't have here. They don't have lake fishing. Okay, I used to like lake fishing. They don't really have lake fishing here. They have ocean fishing. They don't have lake fishing. There are some things, but there are other hobbies you could pick up, like diving. They have incredible diving here, the best.
Yes.
They have islands here, so there's lots of waterfalls, and there are mountains that you can climb and hikes. Mm-hmm. So it's just.
And there's a nice place to walk here in Dumaguete, which they keep adding to. They're building on the boardwalk.
Oh yeah, they're extending that all the way to Cebu. Let's see, what's that new? What's the heck is the name of it?
There's the port, and then they're going to go past the port to North Point.
North Point, yeah. They're going all the way to North Point. So it used to be almost up to the port. Now they're going all the way to North Point, which is a couple miles up the road.
There'll be hundreds of people walking.
You know how long that boardwalk's going to be? Oh, my God.
I won't be able to make it from one end to the other.
I won't be able to make it
from one end to the other.
And it's wide, and it's nice. And then they have parks along the way, and they have trees and benches and vendors. Mm-hmm. And so that's going to be the nicest part of Dumaguete is that boardwalk, because they don't really have a whole lot of wonderful beach.
I walk a little ways and then sit for about a minute and get up and walk again. Yeah. I could probably get to 5 miles one direction. But.
If you can, you got to walk early in the morning or in the late afternoon.
Yes.
In the middle of the day, it's just a little too hot. Most days, not all days, but most.
And then where I park, if I walk to the right, there's this area at the end of the walkway. There's a whole bunch of roosters. I'd say there's 20 or 30 roosters, which are crowing at about 5, 6 a.m. in the morning. And then you turn around and you see the fishing boats out there in the water, the guys who are setting their nets. You've got a great the sunrise, and you've got ships and boats, and it's a very picturesque place.
It's very mellow. It's very picturesque. It's tranquil.
Yes,
it's very tranquil. All right, so you're fitting right on in. Okay, so you're happy.
So that's what I like about Dumaguete is all of the people here.
You found more restaurants too, I'm sure.
Yes, so many restaurants.
Yeah, there's some hidden away treasures.
And now I know my way around without using a GPS, or Google Maps. You could just about drop me into. I could drive 5 minutes and find out where I am.
You're on my PCX still, right? You're renting the PCX. You're very happy with it. You're
very happy. It drives flawlessly.
Oh, good. Well, you're also, that's what I like renting about to foreigners. You also let me know the mileage. It shows up a little signature that says oil change. You ask me, hey, it says it needs oil change. Should I? Go, yeah, just take care. I tell you where to go. You take care of it for me. I don't have to run all over the place. And then I just reimburse you.
So the oil change needed to be done. I think the second one was at 18,000 kilometers, and it was like 18,020 some kilometers before I got to it.
You've practically owned that bike since I've had it.
Yeah.
And last year you rented it, and then you left.
I went to the U.S. for a month and a half, and I came back and got the bike back. And in that 1.5 months I was gone, a guy had dumped the bike over and put a dent in it and a hole in it.
Have they repaired that yet? I know
No,
I paid for the parts, but they're supposed to call you.
It's going to take 3 to 4 months to get a part to the Honda store.
And you only had it for a month and a half, like you said, and you never had a scratch on it. So that was crazy. But you never know. And he was nice about it.
Yeah.
He I don't remember what happened. I think he said he didn't put the kickstand down, and he got off the bike and he let go of it, and it went down and on a pole, on a metal pole.
Talking about kickstands, that's the other thing that was a small little issue. Is I never did anything to the kickstand, but when you let these guys park your motorcycle, they use the kickstand as a pivot to move it around and jockey it in.
They'll literally turn it into 180, and they'll use the kickstand.
And they're bending the kickstand. I used a little WD-40 and sprayed it, and now it goes up.
If you want, we
easy.
just order another kickstand and have it replaced.
It's fine.
They're not expensive.
It's fine.
But that's what they do. The guys don't take care of the bikes. They park the bikes. They don't even own a bike. They just and they do it the quickest, fastest way. The fastest way is not moving it back and forth in 3-point turn and turn it around. They just lean it over on the kickstand, the full weight of the bike, and swivel it around, which is not what the kickstand's for. It's not supposed to support the weight of a bike. Whatever, this is the way it is. It's Dumaguete, so you got to take some of the bad with the good, mostly good.
So talking about friends, just to recap about someone, I've been helping this guy named Shelby.
Yes.
And it's going on the 5th month. He would not survive or have the money. He would not have lasted here if people in Dumaguete, and I'm the main one
Honestly,
who's been helping
if
him.
you didn't help him, I don't know what he would be doing. I don't know. He'd be out on the street. You've helped him tremendously.
As a recap, he lost his wallet in the Seattle airport. He came to the Philippines with just his passport and his luggage. Didn't even have a phone.
And the phone story was
so I've
ongoing.
helped him I've helped him
story.
for 5 months. He got kicked out of 2 hotels.
Okay.
And now he's at some apartments.
And one hotel he got kicked out of because he brought a girl up there and she robbed him. Then he had a fit and made all kinds of noise about it and wanted to call the cops. And the hotel says it's time for you to leave. That's a quick synopsis, okay? And the other hotel he got kicked out of because he was hiding food all over that you were buying for him. He always wanted food, and he's hiding food, and they're finding
instead of eating it every day, he would store it for the next day. And now they were telling me he's accumulating too much food. He's not throwing...
And other problems. He's not letting him come in to change the sheets, and he's kind of dirty, and he smells.
Yeah.
And he didn't have any clothes. You had to buy him clothes.
I bought him clothes. I bought him adult diapers, you name it.
His age is what?
He is 70-ish.
And he acts almost like 80-ish plus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He walks with a cane. He's in his 3rd apartment.
Yes. In fact, the owner of where he's at now texted me, and she said, "I'm very concerned about Shelby." And I said, "I am not his friend. I've just been helping him because no one else, he would not have been able to survive. He would have had to have, he would either be dead or the U.S. Embassy would have been needing to come pick him up and take him back to the U.S. And so I've been helping him for the last 5 months.
He lost his wallet. He lost his cards. His money was a virtual bank.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that and how you helped him on that.
Ally is his online bank, and so because he lost his phone, whenever he needed to call them, they would want his phone number to recognize that it's him. Well, he was borrowing my phone, and so a different phone number was showing up, and they were going to shut his bank account down so he could not access it because a different phone number was calling. They thought there was fraud. They were going to cancel him because of fraud. He's going nuts and crazy. Finally, we got it. After several people at the bank were going to shut him down, one lady was going to listen to the story. We explained it to her, and now every time he needs money, when they send the code, he puts in my phone number. I get the code from the bank, and then I text him the code so he can send it back, or he can put the code into his account
phone.
number, and then he
On his
gets
own phone.
money.
Yeah.
And then Zelle is the app.
Okay.
And so he Zells me $300
Oh, he sends it to
into
you.
my bank account. Then I can go to the bank here in Dumaguete and pull out $300 in pesos and give that to him. So we're doing that every few weeks.
Okay, but on the meantime, he's gone through how many phones?
4 phones.
Why?
He lost his phone in Seattle.
Okay, that's one.
Then I bought him 2 phones here in Dumaguete, and he broke both of those out of fits of rage because he could not use the phone properly. And so his 4th phone now.
And he also lost his SIM card because he'd throw the phone or smash the phone and throw it in the trash.
Yes.
And then tell you a couple days later, and there was money on the SIM card.
Yes, and so I would go buy him another phone.
Guy's an idiot.
I would pay for the SIM card and then the load. And so I'm spending 1,000 pesos is like $20.
17.
I won't even say how many, maybe $1,000 or 500, between $500 and $1,000. $1,000 I've helped this guy out. He can't make it.
And he finally has a 4th phone, or he destroyed a 4th phone?
He has a 4th phone,
Yeah.
and he's having difficulty. Like, he wanted to know where yesterday I got him $100 worth of pesos. Today I helped him yesterday. Today he needed more help to check his bank account. And so after I got him the number from the bank, they sent me the code. I texted it to him. He puts it in his computer. His money has not showed up to his bank, so he's upset about that. And he needs to go to immigration. But let me see, I lost my train of thought. He cannot ride a scooter because he doesn't have balance. He uses a cane.
So he's using pedicabs.
Yes. But anyways, he's upset, and he says, I can't find immigration on the phone. So I get on my phone, then I type in JRC immigration in my Google Maps, and in 3 or 4 seconds I have it. And I show him, I say, Shelby, I have it right here. Well, my fingers don't work. I can't hold the phone. So the simplest things that I'm not even that smart, I can do, he can't do because of either his phone or his fingers.
You know, I have no time or patience for that. There's no effing way, okay?
Yeah.
I'm dealing with this guy. I did donate money when he first came over here. I think around 8,500 pesos, I think, or 10,000, I don't remember. And then other people had donated a little bit, and then everybody got disgusted with him because he didn't act or do things properly. He definitely has problems.
So I helped him get his immigration card, which he needed. And then the last thing is he needs to open up a bank account. But I told him, once you get your bank account open, Shelby, I'm not going to be able to help you on a daily or weekly basis with things because he's always texting me.
He better God bless you because
And
I'm
so
telling you,
now
I
he's
would go
dragging,
through this.
it's taking him a long time to open up his bank account, and I think he's doing that because he knows once he does that,
he's
then
stalling.
I'm going to be helping him.
Okay, so he's stalling
I may
because
block him.
He wants to be dependent upon you. You've enabled him.
I'm not trying to talk bad about him, but he has one contact in Facebook. I'm his only
So on
friend.
Facebook, he only has one. On his phone, he has one phone number.
He has 2 phone numbers because he ended up buying another phone for his girlfriend, the one that stole 15,000 pesos
What?
from him.
He
Bought a phone for her.
Wait a minute. So he has the girl that stole 15,000 from him, that he called the cops on, that he had a fit on, is now his girlfriend?
Well, he's now kicked her out again permanently from where he's at.
But he took her back.
He took her. She stole 15,000 pesos from him at a different hotel, at the Hart Hotel in Dumaguete. He kicked her out, but then he took her back at the apartments where he is now. But then he had her kicked out again, so he's kicked her out twice.
This is why nobody's willing to help him.
But he bought her a phone, so now he has 2 phones. So he's actually had 5 phones.
Dude, that's just absurd. The guy's absurd. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I wouldn't deal with it. I just couldn't. I don't have time for
But
that.
we were talking about friends. He's someone I've been helping, but he's not my friend. So I've just been helping him because somebody's got to. I mean,
I
you would
guarantee
help
you,
I would help
Paul would say, "I'm done."
Yeah.
I know. I would say that. I'm saying the same thing, and I don't
Yeah,
even helping him.
yeah.
Barely. I'm done. Okay, this guy is okay. Whatever.
You know, another
hopefully
thing
he survives and he gets here. But the
Yeah.
best place for him is to go. What about family at home? What happened to family?
His parents are dead. He has not talked to his sister in 20 years. He does not get along with his sister.
Okay.
And he does not like, I don't know if it's okay for me to say this, he doesn't like the current president of the United States.
Okay.
And he says things are terrible and he's not getting his benefits. He was getting assistance for his property taxes, and that's done away with. He's not getting as much money for his medical help. He was getting lots of assistance. And he says this Trump president has now cut off all of his assistance, and he doesn't like him. And I think that's a reason he also moved over here.
So
he didn't want to live in America
So
anymore.
he only has Social Security. Correct?
Social Security that I'm aware of, yes.
Yeah, that you're aware of. Okay. And family, he didn't have
No,
any contact
he's
numbers.
70, so his parents are gone, and he doesn't get along with his sister.
God, it's just, I don't know, dude. Okay. We'll get an update on him again maybe in 2 or 3
Yeah.
months. I just hope the guy can get things done on his own and live you a little peace, because you're supposed to be retired, and it doesn't sound like you're retired. It sounds like you're handling a one-man home for the aged, okay? I mean, it's just ridiculous. Okay.
And you helped me with something called Redditutride.
Okay, so we're moving on. Redditutride, yes.
So
How's that working for you?
I've been losing weight. First of all, it has greatly taken away my hunger.
Yes.
I still eat because I like to eat, but I'm trying to keep it to one meal a day.
You started off when and how many milligram or how many cc's?
I started maybe 2.5 to 3 weeks ago at 2.5 milligrams. That's
which is 25
yeah,
cc.
25 cc's.
Okay. And you're doing that once a week or twice a week?
Twice a week.
So you're at 5 milligrams a week or 50 cc's.
Total for a week,
Okay.
yes.
And are you still on that?
Yes, I am.
And that's been how many weeks now? 2 weeks?
I would say 2 to 3 weeks, yeah.
Okay, so you're probably close to time to increase a little bit. Because you just want to, if you've had side effects, any side effects?
None that I'm aware of, no.
Okay.
I mean, I had COVID and I didn't even have any side effects, but
Nothing, no headaches, no jitters.
you know, I think maybe the first day I had a slight headache, but
Very
that's
slight,
it,
okay.
very slight. And I
That's
don't
pretty
have
common,
that anymore.
First day or two. And what about constipation? Some guys have constipation.
No constipation, no
So that's good.
constipation at all.
So you should be going at least after 1 month. You'll have to go up. So,
And I have digital scales.
Okay.
I've been over 350 pounds, so I don't know. Maybe I was 340. Let's just get, but it wasn't registering on my digital scales.
what's the maximum it'll register on your scale?
About 330.
Oh,
And so for a couple of months, I was showing an error on my
I'm
scales.
sorry, but I understand. I'm
But-
fat too. So,
But after taking Redditutride, it started flickering the 330 pounds.
After a
300
week or so?
Yeah, and then finally it's 330,
so
so
now
it's
you're
coming
at.
down.
So you weigh yourself how often?
A couple times a week.
Okay, and you're at. You don't know what you start off, but you know that's registering on the scale now.
Yes, I'm registering 330, but
Okay.
now I'm in between moving from one apartment to another. So
We'll talk about that in a minute, too.
Yeah, it's I haven't,
that we'll go into because that's pretty funny. Stay tuned for that one, guys, because it's hilarious.
But here's what I did
you
with
think
the
we've had fun
Redditutride.
so far. Wait till you learn the story about moving. But anyway,
I didn't tell you about the Redditutride because
tell me.
at the hotel the hotel does not have a refrigerator where I am.
Oh,
So because I was moving, I had to use up the leftover Redditutride. So on Saturday, I took the 2.5 milligrams or the 25 milligrams. What do you say? How do you describe it?
25 cc.
25 cc's. I gave myself that on Saturday, but then I moved Sunday to the hotel, and I'm cleaning
Just for
out
a
the
couple days
refrigerator.
while
I'm
you're
cleaning
moving,
out the refrigerator, so I drew up the rest of.
Which is how much?
It was almost, You're saying 25 cc's?
Uh-huh.
It was about 60 cc's.
You shot up again 60 cc's.
The next day, slightly more than double the amount.
Dude, you didn't have a reaction from that?
And I shot up 60 cc's.
And this has been how many days now?
Well, that was Saturday and today's Wednesday.
And you didn't have a reaction from that?
No. But I'm thinking,
That's
it's going to go bad if it's not refrigerated, so I'll just shoot it up.
Not right away, but it's supposed to be refrigerated.
Yeah.
And you've got a week. But
I didn't know that.
yeah, because the water that you reconstitute it with is distilled water with alcohol, 0.9% alcohol. So it'll be fine for a week or two without refrigeration, but it'll last a couple months with refrigeration. Well, that's okay. So now, are you even eating? Do you have any hunger at all? Because you just shot up 75 cc's in literally within 2 days of each other.
Right.
That's a lot to go from 25 to 75.
I definitely have less hunger, but I think I eat because I enjoy eating.
Well, that's a mindset, okay? Do you notice that you want to order more food than you're able to physically eat?
I have noticed that when I get a plate of food that I used to easily eat, I'm full before I'm not as hungry. I mean, I have a hard time eating as much as I did 3 weeks ago.
So I think you used to order 2 meals.
I've done that many times, yeah.
Are you still doing that?
I am, well, most of the time, no, but this morning I did.
You're going to have to rethink, okay, because it's a learning process. So I noticed that when I order a meal and I look at it and I go, oh, that's not enough food. I'm going to eat more than that. And then I eat half my meal and I ordered something else like a side of something, and I'm ended up taking half my meal home, plus I never ate the... Okay, take M&M. The other day, you and I had lunch there. So I ordered the chimichanga. That's still sitting in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Okay? That was from 2 days ago. Because I ordered the enchilada plate. I had a hard time finishing it, and I even let, I think it was Joe, try some of my enchilada, and I left some rice and beans on it. I couldn't finish it. And then I ordered a chimichanga because it was only a couple hundred pesos. I never could eat it. I took it home, and I still don't feel like eating it. Okay, I'm eating 1 meal a day. So I don't know. Are you on 1 meal a day or more?
I am doing 1 meal a day as often as I can. But I shouldn't say this, but I was at McDonald's this morning, and their meals are a little smaller, so I got 2.
And what did you have?
So one was the big breakfast, but that does not come with pancakes. That's 1 English muffin with a little bit of scrambled eggs and a round sausage patty, and that's 1 meal.
Oh yeah, sausage patty. Okay.
And the second one I ordered was a little bit of rice, because in the Philippines there's rice for all the meals, it seems, and a little bit of meat with some curry sauce on it.
Okay, and you ate it all.
That's not even a plate of food like the plate of food I can eat.
But you ate it all.
Oh, I ate it all. Yeah.
Well,
it was 2 different orders.
Yeah, I understand. You're going to have to.
But one
Are you
English,
exercising? Are you walking? Are you exercising?
Some, but not nearly as much. On a scale of 1 to 10, my exercise is about a 1 on the scale of 10. That's the problem.
But you're still losing weight.
Yes, because it's taken away my hunger, definitely.
And it's also as visceral. It dissolves your visceral. Red True Tide will dissolve your visceral fat while you're sleeping. It has nothing to do with what you eat.
And I did not order pancakes today, so that's good at McDonald's. That's an improvement.
Now, you're a big guy. You're what height?
6'2" to 6, maybe a little over 6'2".
So you're pretty 6'2" and a half. So you're a pretty big guy.
Yeah.
And you're bigger than me as far as height. You're way more than me, but you're a bigger guy. I'm only 5'6", so you're 8.5 inches taller, maybe 9, and you're a pretty big guy. But
I have a big upper body.
But you are, as long as you're losing weight, but you may want to, since you did 60 and then 15 and then 60, you may want to increase. Okay, you could probably go to 25 twice a week. 25 cc's.
Well, it is what I've been taking twice. 25 once, like on Wednesday, 25. And then 25 on Saturday.
And then you took a 60.
Yes.
So that was 85.
I might be able to go to 50 and then 50 twice.
You could probably do 50. Okay. To go 50 twice a week.
A lot of even when it comes to medication, I'm sort of a rebel.
Okay.
If it says take 1 tablet, I take 2.
Well, I'm the same way.
Just because I have a big body.
Yeah, I have the same problem. Okay. So, but
I mean, they make these meds for a 140-pound person, and I'm 300 plus for years and years.
It's true. You know, they don't. They'll say adults take 1, but what size adult. It doesn't tell you based on weight. And if you take a pain pill, I don't care, Tylenol or anything, and it says take one or up to 2 a day, it's always 2 for me. Okay, then it says every 4 hours. But I have to take 2 every 4 hours or something if I have a problem or anything. Theraflu M, or I double it up when I'm sick because one barely cuts it with me. So I understand. So
yes.
Well, at least it's working for you,
yes.
and you're still on it. Okay?
Yes.
And we'll have to get an update on that in another month.
And I experienced my first earthquake
Yes.
ever in my life last night.
Last night was an earthquake here, guys.
I'm laying, because I'm in between one apartment complex and the other, I'm in a hotel room at about 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., 10:01, 10:02. I'm starting to feel, and I knew what it was. I assumed because I've seen earthquakes on YouTube and TV, but I'd never felt one before. And this lasted more than a few seconds.
Oh, no, this was a couple of minutes long. It was a rolling. Now, we weren't at the epicenter. We only had a 3 to 4 here. That's what, on a Richter scale, 3 or 4.
We're next door to this island that had the...
Cebu.
Yes, Cebu.
So Cebu was the epicenter, and my understanding it was a 6.9. And I knew it. I knew right away that because the ripples, that means you're far away from the epicenter, okay? Because that's what happens is the epicenter gets jolting, but then it ripples, okay? And then the ripples get wider, okay? Mm-hmm. The further you're away, it lasts longer, but it's not as intense. So I knew immediately there was a 7 earthquake somewhere because I grew up in California. From the 70s on, I watched the Silmar quake. So the bottom line is, I knew. I said, somewhere there's a 7 because these are rippling. So, and we're going to get, and I said, we're going to have another tremor within an hour. Okay. That's also pretty strong, but we're not in the, I knew we weren't in the epicenter. I even told everybody within 2 minutes of having it, we just had a 7, but they took it as I took it, had a 7 here, but I know that was a 7 earthquake somewhere. I meant somewhere, not here. So, and my walls were moving 3 to 6 inches on concrete walls. Were moving, and I thought it was making me dizzy. The literally top of the wall was moving because I have high ceilings. I have 12-foot high ceilings. They were moving in and out, and I'm like, if the concrete starts to crack, we're in big trouble. Carolyn grabbed her son. I said, go in a doorway, which usually you put in a jam, but that doesn't actually work here because they don't build their houses out of wood with increased structural support in a jab of a door. That doesn't happen here. You literally have to go outside the house here because they're all concrete. They're made the same way. If the concrete starts to crack and crumble, which happened in Cebu, okay, because of the jolting, the strong jolting, you're going to lose the building, and the building will come down. Okay, we didn't have cracks. I was shocked. We did not have cracks yet that I've noticed.
I'm laying in bed looking at the ceiling. And I'm thinking if that the ceiling comes down, I'm at least going to dive off the bed onto the floor, and maybe the bed could absorb some of the weight. But if you have hundreds of pounds of concrete, it's not going to. Now,
usually the ceilings are not concrete. In most places, they use wood or metal, but not all apartment complexes use concrete between first and second floor.
And I'm on the second floor of the hotel near the elevator, so I could hear the voices.
That's all concrete. There's no wood.
But I could hear the ladies at the reception desk getting all excited, and their voices coming up through the elevator shaft. And then it got quiet. I assume they ran out the front door.
Best
of the
way
hotel.
to go in here is to run out and get out in the street away from buildings because they will come down. And that's what they experienced.
And then
it was pretty intense.
They were chattering loud for
and
the
just
next.
Before that, we had a humongous lightning storm. Like, I think even during the earthquake, it was still raining. Mm-hmm. So we not only had, I said to Carol, this storm is ridiculous. We had an electrical storm, thunderstorm, and the rain was pouring, and I mean pouring down. And right at the end of it, we got the earthquake, okay? And one of my bikes, one of my guys that rented a bike, he was riding to go to Kigaroos on National Highway, and he said he had to pull over because the rain was so strong. And he parked it and went inside a different restaurant just to get out of the rain. And he parked it with the kickstand down on the dirt mud. Mm-hmm. And he says, when the earthquake came, the bike went down, and he scratched up and bent.
He needs to park it on cement or something.
Well, yeah, but he was trying to get out of the rain. It was pouring rain. I know it was pouring, and he had a water, what would you say, not a vest, but a cheap
A rain suit or something.
cheap rain suit. But he said it was in his seat, and by the time he put it on, everything, he was already drenched. So he came over this morning, and we fixed him up. I had to fix his throttle and handlebars and stuff, and we got it fixed up. Luckily, scratches on the bike were minor, so it wasn't too bad. But nothing major happened in Dumaguete because most everything seems to happen in Cebu in the north.
I can hardly hear the rain in the hotel for the last few days because the hotel is very well built.
Oh, that's good.
Solid.
It was crazy. Did you see
solid.
You have windows in that hotel?
I'm on the inside, so I don't have a window.
It was crazy. The wind, the lightning, the thunder, the rain, and then we ended up with an earthquake. So that was pretty crazy. Now, moving right along, I got to hear, and if everybody stayed this long, you're going to love the best story of it all. So the best story is, why did you have to go to a hotel? But you went for a couple days.
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
So I moved. I lived in Dumaguete for maybe 6 months in 2024, and I went to the U.S. for a month and a half, came back, and I stayed in a hotel, and that's where I met Shelby. And then after he needed so much help, I was trying to get away from him. Then I moved into some apartments that was owned by an he was British, from England, and his wife is Filipina. 5 days after I move into the apartment complex, he dies from cancer.
Oh, shame. Okay.
His wife, or girlfriend, I assume wife, she's sad, and apparently it seems like he did not have much money saved up for her.
You're not sure if they were married or not?
I don't know, no.
Okay.
She has 5 apartments.
5 units or 5 apartments?
5 units.
5-unit apartment.
Yes. Okay. She has a nice red SUV, so in a house.
Yeah, but she can get her own financing.
She can get her own financing. She was asking me.
Her husband was Filipino?
Her husband was from England, who died.
Okay. Oh, well, she could buy a car with no income, literally.
Well, she has a car. She wanted to know if she told me she needed 100,000 pesos. So this is all part of the reason I left.
Okay, go into that. Explain that a little more.
She was asking me if she could pawn her car for 100,000 pesos. And I said, I'm not sure. Go to your bank and talk to a notary public and get some honest information before you go to like Palawan Pawn Shop, because I don't know who's going to loan you money.
I don't know either.
But then after
I don't think
a while,
they have title loans here, but I could be wrong.
But then after a while, she was almost asking if she could get 100,000, if I would loan her 100,000. She didn't say it in those words, but she kept asking,
I need 100,000.
Basically, she said, "Can you loan me 100,000?"
And you didn't say I don't have it. Just tell her I don't have it.
I said I might help her with that.
Oh, big mistake, Lowell.
I know that's a mistake.
Why would you say that? Okay, Lowell. Seriously.
No.
If you give us an inch, they want a foot. Okay, so you.
Well, that's what led up to me leaving. Then she's like, well, you could. Then she said, well, you just move into my house and I will take care of you. She started calling me handsome. She started calling me handsome.
Here we go.
And look at my face. There's no handsome in that.
I got to play something here. Okay.
She started calling me handsome, and then
we're all gonna give you a clapping on that one, and
But she's saying, "Well, I'll take care of you." But I really she wants me to take care of her. It's going to end up me taking her girls to school, and I end up with a job, and then just every day, every time she would see me, she would say, "Oh, you're handsome," or "I'll take care of you." And because I had said, "Well, I might help you with the 100,000 pesos," she said she would pay me back. I just decided to get up on out of there. Yeah. That's the best thing to do.
You understand, Filipinos are quick to borrow money and not to repay it.
And as her renter, I just decided, I'm going to get up on out of here. and I might move back to America. I'm just going to text her. I'm thinking of moving back to America, and that's what I did. And I'm going to go back to America. I just might not go in the next week, but I'm going to go within 6 months. So I texted her, and then I blocked her because I did not want to hear a sob story from her. And she's not a bad lady.
So you had our mutual friend who has a van move you out.
Yes.
Yesterday, I think.
Yes.
Okay. And did she see you or talk to you or say anything to you?
She did not come out. I had been even though I had been moving my stuff out secretly, we'll say, in bags and stuff. Every morning I was making sure that I was parked there because she'll get up and get out and look, and she can see the scooter, your bike, parked there. So she had no indication that I was moving out.
So she couldn't see the van or you
when packages. We pulled up, she could have, but I think we came at about noon or 12:30.
All right.
And she must have been confident that I was. She never even came to the door and came out, and that's what I was worried about. She was going to be wondering what's going on with this red van.
I am assuming you walked away from last month's rent.
I walked away from whatever I was in for.
You had a first, last, and a security, or just first and last?
Just first and last.
And your rent was due when?
It would have been due again on the 16th of this coming month.
Okay, so basically you left 2 weeks early. You didn't give a 30-day notice.
And you're not going to like this. But just because I'm a nice guy, I even gave her 10,000 pesos and put it under the pillow on top of, because...
Well, what if she sends somebody up there to clean it? It's not her.
Her mother.
No, you're
lives
right.
with,
I'm not going to like this, okay?
Yeah.
Lowell, what's wrong with you, man? Lowell.
So I'm gone. The bottom line is I'm away from that.
Okay. All right. I'm lost for words. You're right. I'm not going to like that.
Yeah. To me, every dollar is not the most important thing for me. I'm trying to help the lady out, and I don't know if everything she's telling me is the truth.
But you left her with 1.5 months' rent, and your rent was how much?
Now that I had a good deal. It was 7,500 pesos a month.
Okay, so you left
which
her,
is $100 and some dollars.
Okay, so you left her 7,500 and 32.50. So over 10,000 pesos in a month and a half's rent.
Yes, so I gave her another couple $100 on top of that, just
another
because
10,000 pesos.
Because she lost her husband. I'm not going to help her with the 100,000, but I like this lady.
Okay, you know my viewers are going to come down on you on this. Okay?
That's fine.
Please don't beat him up. Lowell's just too nice a guy.
I'll say this. I'm man enough. You can say the comments. Don't delete them. It doesn't. I mean, you do what you want, but I'm man enough to handle it.
You're too nice. You're
I'm man enough to handle any comments.
Okay, you're too nice, and yet you were in charge of a prison. I
worked at a prison,
and you dealt with people like this. You dealt with people that would con you and rip you off and stab you in the back if they had a knife.
Yep.
And yet you're still.
And I probably was too
generous.
I was not your average corrections officer.
I could tell.
I'm too nice, but what I had was a little bit of. I'm not huge, but I have a little. They didn't know what to do with me. I could do the job. The inmates didn't know what to do with me, and I'm not sure if I won't even my agency, but I retired after 23 years. The sheriff and the chief and all of the brass came to my retirement. So that says something.
Everybody liked you, but
I'm too easy to get. I'm too free with my money.
But you're going home to work, okay? You're not going home to see family. You're going home to work to pay off cards, is my understanding.
I still have some debt.
Okay, so you are working for that money. So you gave away $200 that you could have put towards a card.
And I give away $1,000 approximately every month to family members while I'm here.
Why? Just
to help them out. If I did not do that, I would not have. I've been giving money away for years. So if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have no debt. Goldfinger's about to cancel but that's who I am. But I'm away from that lady, and I've got another apartment now that has a pool.
That's cool. So tell us about your new place. Let's just move on.
Let's
I'm already
move on.
too disgusted about that place. Okay, and tell me about your new place that you found, because you were going around looking for places. And
I did my own searching on
Tell me a
Facebook.
little bit about what you found, which wasn't working, and then we'll go into the places you finally found.
Well, I found 4 places off of Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
And yesterday morning, I looked at one, which is about 7 kilometers down the road farther from your house, away from the mall, 7 minutes. 7 minutes past your house.
Okay.
And I liked that place.
It was reasonable.
It was reasonable. It was 12,500 pesos
That's pretty reasonable.
a month,
And
plus
it was
electricity.
on the ocean side or the other side of the highway?
On the other side of the highway.
Okay. And what was wrong with it?
Nothing. I'm actually interested in it, and I
okay,
like
that's
the
the one.
price. It was
Okay.
12,500.
But I know you saw some that you thought were.
But then I told them,
up.
I've got 3 other places I'm looking at,
Okay.
so I'll get back with you. And so a couple hours later, I checked at this other place on the other side of town, where it's 17,400 plus electricity. But they have a pool there, a
Cool.
brand new pool, 1 year
Nice.
old.
Oh, wow.
A little workout center, fitness center.
Uh-huh.
And everything's really nice. And I have a queen-size bed where a very soft mattress, which I like.
Is it a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom?
It's a 1-bedroom.
1-bedroom, 1-bath. Does it have a bedroom for the bedroom? A separate wall, a separate door?
Yes.
So you have a living room and a
I have
bedroom.
a big living room
Kitchen.
with a kitchen, and then a bedroom, and then off the bedroom is a bathroom.
Split air?
It's got a brand new air conditioning unit, but it's not split. It's not like what you have. It's the older wall unit.
Through the wall unit.
It's a 1.5 horsepower, brand new air
All
conditioner.
right.
And I was going to look at 2 other apartments, but because this had the pool, and I need to swim
Yeah,
and
swimming.
I need to.
I miss swimming.
I just I texted everybody else. I found a place, and I've already paid them and gotten my receipt, and I will move in tomorrow.
Oh, congrats. Very nice.
So thank you for letting me store some stuff here, but
that's
I will
no
be able to
problem.
get that out of your way.
If anybody wants to store Balak Beyond, I think I sent it here or whatever. But
Yeah.
and your stuff's here. You can take what you want, and then you might leave the rest. We've put it to good use. We find people that need it, so it's not a big deal.
But see, I even give things to you. I'm giving you the mattress and a.
All right, next time, give me the 10,000 pesos. I'll put
Take
it towards
them cash
I'll
instead.
put it towards the kids. Yeah. All right, we're still trying to raise enough money for this computer classroom. We're running a little short. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So the new place is how much again?
17,000, then 300 for the water because they filter all their own water.
Okay.
So they have drinking water on the property.
Oh, okay, great. So you don't have to pay for that.
You don't have to pay for
You
it.
can fill up containers. Okay, good.
And then he's got his filtered water for the pool. He really loves his pool. The owner's from England. His name is Kevin. He swims, he says, 1 kilometer a day. He does like 100 laps. Or
How long do you think the pool is?
It's not huge. I'd say it's 40 feet long, maybe, or 50
we both
at the
lived in an
most.
apartment together. How's it compared to that pool?
Maybe about the same, or
that's
maybe
pretty long.
slightly shorter.
That's
maybe
pretty long. Okay.
It might be 40 feet.
Is it a lap pool or a deep pool?
It's 4 feet on one end and 5 feet on the other.
So
And
it's
he
more
does.
of a lap pool. It's a lap pool.
He doesn't want anyone. He doesn't want me to dive in. And I can understand.
Yeah, he
his
doesn't have
concern.
diving, but he doesn't want jumping in. He has steps at both ends.
Yes,
All right.
and it's all very
So
no
you could do-
cracked tiles.
I got to come over and visit you because I miss swimming. Okay, I'll do laps, and then there's also I have these tubes, and you do exercises in the pool. You know, you used to walk when we both had an apartment together. You used to walk back and forth across the pool because it was only about 4 to 4.5 feet deep, and that's good exercise too. Walking
Yes.
against resistance of water. And doing other calisthenics you could do in the pool.
Well,
It's really
Kevin
good.
says he's in the pool 5 times a day because he swims about 1 kilometer a day.
My
So
kinda
he
guy.
breaks it up into 5 sections.
Okay, I hope I can be on his good terms so I could use his pool. 'Cause
And he said no diving because one of his tenants, and no drinking because he had a tenant who was drinking and then dove in and hit the bottom And Kevin, the owner, had to take this tenant to a hospital here in Dumaguete. He ended up paying all the bills for his tenant.
That's not his fault.
It's not his fault, but he ended up paying for all the bills. And then he did not let that tenant come back. So there's no drinking, no Red Horse.
The problem with drinking is they have glass bottles. And when you take glass bottles into a pool and you break it, and it happens sometimes, now what are you going to do? Because you can't see the glass very good at the bottom, and people are walking across a 4.5 foot pool, and they step on a little piece of glass. Okay.
And at the apartments we were at together, they had like there was an open toilet there with a little shower.
Yes, I remember.
The owner of these apartments has, at one end, he has a couple of showers outside to shower off before you get in the pool, because he really likes his pool. It's brand new.
Okay, so he wants you to shower before.
And then there's 2 bathrooms that have door. I mean, they're really nice. You can shut the door. There's a men's and a women's.
So a changing room.
Yeah, you can change
bathroom.
in there with a bathroom and a bidet and a sink, and it's not.
I'll pay him to use
It's not
the pool.
crappy like a lot of places.
Yeah,
it's a nice. Like if you were to go to a YMCA, almost that's how his bathrooms
And
are.
how far is it from my place? You said about 7 minutes.
It's only from here. Okay, from the airport. It's not far. Easily in 50.
Where is it located?
Near the airport.
Oh,
I
so
would
it's
say
pretty far.
8 minutes, a few minutes from the airport.
So that's pretty far, because I have to go through Dumaguete.
It's over closer to the airport.
I have to take diversion. I would take diversion and go all the way over. I'd go around Dumaguete.
We can go on the motorcycle. You follow me or something. Yeah, and I'll show you where it is.
Diversion road,
yeah.
because diversion will bypass all that. It's 4-lane highway, higher speed.
But what I like is I can go along the waterfront past North Point.
Yeah.
And then it makes a left on, I think it's not, I don't know if it's EJ Blanco or it's...
No, it's the very last one. Something with the letter R. Romero.
Yeah. It's
like
over by the Pancake House, and the one set of lights in this entire town.
Yeah,
you go through the lights
Romero,
there. Yeah. And it's not far.
So you go all the way at the end where you have to make a left, and it dead ends at the beach. And then you make a left, you go up
so it's
that
a
road.
very scenic ride.
Yeah, that's a nice ride. Except sometimes there is traffic.
I'll show you where it is,
Cool.
yeah, and it's...
Very cool. Well, I'm very happy.
Nothing's
you found a new
cracked. The walkway where the tiles are all brand new.
place. How old is the place? It's fairly new.
Well, the pool's 1 year old. He had it done, but the rest of it's a little older. But he keeps it up.
Okay,
he
good.
takes care of it.
Very nice. And I'm sorry, what's his name again?
Kevin.
All right. Well, it sounds wonderful. You got things in place.
Yeah. Even Nick, who was going to help me get an apartment, once I got an apartment there and told him I had a pool, he's like, well, darn it, you got the last one. And
no
so I
more.
said, I'll let you know when an apartment opens up, Nick, because there's other foreigners there.
How many units does he have? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
2-story, all one story.
It's
all one
ranch.
story.
It's all one story.
story.
But there's a guy from, I think, Russia or Czechoslovakia there, and there's another guy from America there, and I don't know how. He might have 3 to 5 units.
Well, enjoy your new spread, your new kicks, and it sounds really nice, and good for you. See, sometimes one door closes, a better door opens. There you go. God took care of you. He did.
God takes care of me a lot. I mean,
it's better in the Philippines. I tell people that all the time. Yeah. All right, we're going on 50 minutes, so we're getting kind of long.
Well, if we've been along, you might just edit some of what I've said.
No, I don't. I don't edit. I don't edit in that way. I just add a intro and outro and a little music, and I'll add some information about ebook, and that's about it.
One of my faults is I tend to care too much, and I try to help people, but then those people don't help themselves.
It could be the opposite. Okay, so it's not a terrible fault.
This lady just lost her husband, and I'm sure she's grieving, and the money probably could be used better. It's not hurting me so much. I've got money in the bank.
She lost her husband of 2 weeks, and she's already ready to take care of
He was 80 years old. Well,
I have a feeling they weren't married.
Yeah. Well, I think she's lost his pension. I don't know. But anyways, she saw me as just another. I'm not a handsome guy, but she's telling me handsome because if I move in with her, She's already texted me several times if I can take her girls to school. If she's
so
wanting,
you got a ready-made family, yeah.
She's got 2 twins who are about 13, 12 years old.
So I know you and Joe were laughing about it because, I don't know, Carol was saying she saw you, somebody were laughing. So was Joe dying away laughing about that story with the girls? I'm sure he was. Like, you'd have a ready-made family, taking her girls to school. And
a week ago,
girls? She has 2, 3 girls?
2 or 3 weeks ago, she's asked, before the 100,000 peso comes up, or even asking me to move in with her, she's asking if I can drive a car and if I can drive her daughters to school.
How is she even going to trust you? Why would she just? She doesn't know you. But it's the Philippines. I understand it's different. God, in the States, they'd never do that. You know that.
Well, she has 5 apartments, and everyone else has got a girlfriend. So I'm in the middle with. I'm single.
Available.
I'm the single guy. And I talk nicely to her, and
did she have any boys? Just girls.
They're just 2 girls, 2 twins.
Twins. And what age are they?
I'm guessing 12, 13.
And she's just going to let you drive her car and drive these girls
to school. She was texting me if I could.
She only known you for how long?
Maybe a month.
As a tenant.
There's
something wrong with that, brother. I'm sorry. Even in the Philippines, there's something wrong with that. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't care if it is the Philippines. There's something wrong with that. Okay, so that's just not correct for her to do that. It's just wrong. And her husband only died 2 weeks, and she's already having you move in. Okay, yeah, that whole scenario, I'd run too, man. I would have packed up that night and just snuck out. Now I understand why you wanted to leave your furniture there, because you told me you have to move, and when you told me you had to move, you only told me about the 100,000 and the ladies after you. You didn't tell me about the car with the girls. And you said, I'm just walking away. I'm packing my bags and I'm walking. I'm
getting out.
Yeah, and you didn't want to worry about the furniture. I said, are you crazy? Call up Joe. He has a van and bring it over to my place. And I understand now your reluctance to do that.
And the only reason I said I would help her with the 100,000 is because I'm a tenant of hers. I'm trying to be agreeable and get along. But once I had said I would help her with that,
well, that was your first
and
mistake.
then she's like, every time she saw me, you're handsome and this and that. And I'm just needing to get out because it's not what I came.
She looks at you and she sees the American $100 bill right here. You're very handsome. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, she didn't care who came in, and she honestly. I hope she doesn't watch this video, but she honestly should be more concerned about her children. Okay.
Well, I did not mention her name, and I did not mention the apartments.
And please don't. Okay, because there's something wrong with that. Don't you agree?
I agree. I'm getting out.
Well, you are out. You didn't get out.
I'm out.
You ran.
I'm out.
You packed up and ran, brother, and I understand.
Heck, I even left her a brand new, you won't want to hear this.
Oh, my God.
That brand new refrigerator for 17,000 pesos.
You left the refrigerator?
Because my new I'm going to pay more now per month. Everywhere I'm going to rent's going to have a refrigerator. So I'm not going to need it. And I didn't want to take a long time getting it out. I just wanted to get my stuff and get out. So she's gotten a brand new refrigerator, plus a tiny bit of money. So I was just helping her. That's all. And that's it. And I'm done with her.
Okay. All right, Lowell.
I hope you don't have a heart attack.
I'm not going to have a heart attack. It's gonna bug me for another few hours. But, okay, you're out. You're happy. You're smiling.
I'm out and I'm happy.
And as long as you're happy and you're satisfied and you felt you did the right thing.
And I get a pension every month. I don't want to waste money, but I do get almost 5 G's a month.
Well, that's very
that
good.
replenishes the bank
account.
account.
That's very good money, actually. So I'm happy that you have a good pension. You also get Social Security?
Once I'm 62, I'm 57 and a half.
So you got a hell of a pension,
4.5
brother.
more months.
You got a hell of a pension.
Then if I ever learn to trade options, like some people are trying to show me.
Joe's going to show you, right?
They will, yeah.
Joe's doing it from Kevin Tucker, and Joe is saying he's making money. And Sam, I ran into Sam.
He trades options right next to M&M.
He's 70% up on his.
The M&M Mexican restaurant that opened up.
He has his store next
Sam's,
door. Yeah.
And he trades options. So if I even did $1,000 a month.
Everybody I've talked to said they're making money. For the Tucker Wheel of Fortune, I call it the Wheel of Fortune, the Tucker Strategy Wheel of Fortune. If you ever want to watch a video I used to have, now Tucker has his own channel now. He went back on YouTube. He had to start over, so he now has his own YouTube channel. If you guys are interested in it, I'll put a link to it.
Did he get demonetized or something?
What happens is if you cancel your YouTube channel, and he decided it was too much hassle to have a YouTube channel. And he shut it down. And once you shut it down, it's not recoverable. Okay, he literally let it go. And then after a few months, he was missing it because he likes to talk about different things, not just the trading strategy, which he does option tradings, but not option tradings like I did it. He does the insurance on options, which is more easier to make small amounts of money. It's a safer bet. You're not buying the options. You're insuring other people's options. In any case, you'll have to watch the Kevin strategy either on my channel. He went over a couple times with Sam, and he teaches people for free. So he's on. It's pretty cool. And then he's willing to teach me. I just don't have the time. I seriously don't have the time to do anything more than what I'm doing. I got too many hats I'm wearing, okay? I'm into the Reddit.
You're the busiest retired. So you're not retired. You're so busy.
I'm retired. I'm just busy, okay? I'm doing other things. I do the ebooks. The ebooks take time.
But you help a lot of people. You help people. You help with
I don't give money, but I give a lot of time to people. Like there was a guy today who has a dog, and his dog was Petey, and he...
You get after me for the money I give. I should get after you for all the time you give.
Yeah, I give a lot of time to a lot of people. So, Stefan was, I'm not sure if you say Stephen or Stefan. I think it's Stefan because it has a PH. Stefan, I met him the other day. He bought me lunch at Payapi, and he's a very nice guy. And he showed me Petey, his dog, which is a collie, maybe a mixed collie, smart dog. I didn't get to see the dog in person. I just saw pictures on his phone. And he's an awesome guy, too. And he couldn't leave his dog, so he brought his dog over. So he's going to tell me a little bit more about how he brought his animal over, because I get a lot of that. People, they're like children. People that don't have kids and they have a dog or a cat, that's like their child. And I understand that, okay, because I love Einstein. I mean, he's like my child. So if he's sick, we take him to the hospital, and we're not screwing around, okay? If we don't give him junk food. We make sure he's taken care of. He's
a healthy dog.
We give him baths. We groom him. We take care of him. So. Then I have a yard dog, and he is still a puppy, so he's a little unmanageable. But he's happy outside. He doesn't want to be inside. He likes it outside. He eats scraps of food, okay, and he roams. He'll go out the gate and he roams and he comes back, and that's fine. He's good. He lets people know that he's in there. He howls at them, but he won't bite anybody. So I like Rocky because he's a sweet dog. He's very timid. He won't bite anybody, but he howls at them. And he kind of is like my doorbell. When somebody's out there in the yard or they're at the gate, I can hear him howling, okay? Anyway, what the hell was it? So let's go back, Stefan. So Stefan texted me this morning. He goes, I'm at the Henry Hotel. Henry Hotel is expensive. He's paying about 7,000 pesos a night, okay, at the Henry. A night. Okay, and they allow.
You should yell at him for all the money he's throwing away.
But he has a lot of money.
He has a lot of money.
Okay, I don't know how much, but I know he's not hurting.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
He spent a lot of money to bring Petey over. Okay, and he did a lot of it himself, but it cost some money, and he's doing just fine. He's still working online, actually. I don't think he's retired either. He works online, and he represents a very big company that needs someone to book all the airlines and possibly hotels and stuff. So he's very busy. And on
he
top
can
of
write
it,
that off, I'm sure.
Yeah, and he can do it anywhere that he has internet and a laptop, which he brought with him. So he's doing fine. And he's a little bit older, but he's not as old as me. Okay, I mean he's younger than me, but he's no kid. And he's paying $6,000-7,000. I'm going to take a guess at the Henry, which is not cheap. But they were the only ones that let a dog in, okay? And then they said he only had booked it for 2 or 3 nights, I guess, and either he had to leave or they didn't have any more bookings because he thought he'd find a place to rent. And he's here. He got rid of everything in the States. He's here to stay. He is not going back, okay? He's done with the U.S. So whatever investments he has in the U.S., he's leaving in the U.S., okay? So he had to leave. He contacted me this morning. And he says, I'm in trouble because I have to leave and I have no place that'll take a dog. And I've contacted several people and nobody wants to take Petey, his dog. A sweet dog, very obedient, he said. He told me a little bit about the dog that being a collie, he's very smart. You know, they're sheepdogs. Okay. So he says, I tell him to stay. They allowed him to take it on the plane. He is a service dog and he was able to take it on the plane and he stayed underneath, very quiet, didn't move. Stayed underneath the plane, and they said everybody loved him on the plane. Okay, everybody wanted to meet with him or hold him, or even the waitresses were feeding him and giving him water and stuff. So he's fine. And in any case, I told him about I knew about Critter Republic, who opened up a new hotel. I've heard positive things about Justin Carmack's new Critter Republic. That it's beautiful sunsets or beautiful sunrises, and beautiful beach right on the beach. And though he doesn't have a restaurant yet, he has a great bar, and the rooms have refrigerators in them. And they're simple, but it's beautiful, it's clean. And he has a dog, okay? At least one. And so I said, well, I know somebody who just opened a place, and I know that they're willing to, they have rooms ready, and the place is brand new, and I think you'll be happy with it. Why don't you contact, I gave you the information, contact Justin Carmack at Critter Republic and see if it'll work, and tell him you know me, and just tell him that your dog's obedient and he's not a problem and blah, blah, blah. It worked out perfect for him. They accepted him. They accepted the dog. And it's a great place. I've heard really good things about it. In fact, I'm going to book a room there, and just Carol and I are going to go there for a night and get away. It's literally in Dauin. It's 7 minutes up the road, and I haven't been there yet.
He has rooms for like 15 or 7, over 1,000
Yeah, but he's
a
paying
night.
7,000.
But then he's got rooms for 7 or so thousand a night too. So he has upper end.
Well,
rooms.
I don't know which room he took. I'll find out, and I'm going to interview. I'm going to re-interview him, and I'm going to go over there to record, and then I'm going to also do a recording for Justin Carmack's new Critter Republic dive resort, because he does diving, and he has more room, and he's in control of a large piece of property, and he's been doing a lot of improvements, and Justin is very particular. Okay, he doesn't do things. He's like me. Either it's right or it's second rate. Okay, he doesn't do things second rate. He's very picky about the wood he uses, the tile he uses, he has phenomenal coffee. I understand you've had a special coffee machine brought in that he bought. So I like the way Justin thinks, because he does things right the first time.
Yes.
That's the way I am.
Yeah.
If you can't do it right, don't do it at all.
Yes.
So I'm sure he'll be very happy there. He's going to be there for 15 days while he looks for a house to rent or buy. Okay. And he'll probably like the Dauin area, because that's a more expensive area. If he can afford it, that's a better area, Dauin. And Valencia is very nice, too. Anyway, I went on a long spiel, as usual. Anyway, I'm glad you found something. I appreciate you coming on the channel. We're hitting an hour. Kind of long.
And I can handle any negative comments or saying, hey, you're too stupid with your money.
At least you're a
That's
nice
fine.
guy. You're a nice guy. You're not a jerk. You're a real expat.
Yeah.
That's why I call a real expat.
Yeah.
You're willing to support, help a fellow person, okay, fellow man or woman, and you're not. And even though you grew up, you worked with an element that's very negative, you're still a very positive person. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my hat's off to you. Whatever you did is fine. I think you just don't change. You're a good person.
And I'm super glad that I've met you, Goldfinger. You help a lot of people. You've helped me have a transportation.
Yeah.
And you've got a real nice place here.
Thank you. I love this place. I love it. I'm not looking to move at all. I'd like to stay here for a long time. So it's pretty cool. I like it. And I have great friends, too, like you. And most of the friends I know there.
You set up this studio to help Paul Old Dog, and now you're using it. Now it's your business.
It changed. Now I'm able to reach out to people directly and do more things for the schools. So that's a good thing. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to say thank you for coming on and giving us an update.
Thank you.
We'll check in another few months to find out what's happening with Shelby, your new location, and any news. You've been here and you've never hooked up with a girl, which I find incredibly. I know you're not gay, okay?
Definitely not gay.
Okay, so but you've never.
I'm a Christian, and so that's why I'm not hooking up with anybody until I get married. And I'm not even looking
date
for
first. I mean, you gotta,
or date.
You've had no girls come up to you?
I've had girls come up to me. Yeah, I've had many.
Oh,
I even had 3 o'clock because I'm taking stuff to the hotel. At 3 in the morning, I'm coming back past a certain restaurant where a lot of, what do you call them? They're guys, but...
ladyboys?
Ladyboys. And so I'm
transsexual.
coming back to the apartment. I'm leaving the hotel with empty, going back to the apartment to sleep at about 3 in the morning. And all of a sudden, I go past this restaurant. A guy comes and cuts me off, and so I stop.
All right.
And it's a ladyboy. And he stands up and pulls his pants down and shows me his thong. And he's like, touch me, touch me. And,
Oh, my God.
and,
No.
And so I said no. And I go drive.
No.
And 2 kilometers down the road, going up, I'm halfway up to Valencia, and he's still following me.
Oh, my God.
And I won't even say the rest, but
This is
I
too
have
funny, too
guys.
funny.
I have guys and even
Too
lady
funny.
boys after me.
Oh my God, too funny. All right,
And,
I gotta. Where's our horns on that one? I gotta find out which one's the horn. No. Where's the horn?
I have
There you
girls
go.
and lady boys after me. That's crazy.
All right. On that note, we're gonna say. I think I still have an echo on. Shoot. Was my echo on? No. Let's see. Echo. I may have an echo on.
No. Okay, good. All right. On that note, we're going to say goodbye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I always leave with this, though I forgot on the last video. But on this one, we're going to leave.
That's my Goldfinger.
And that's it, guys. Take care. This was a very funny story, by the way.
This old man ain't rolling, roll. This old man